Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And in this episode, I'm going to show you guys how to use one of your mobile devices as a keyboard. And I'm also going to be talking about why you may find that actually more effective than you think. Make sure if you guys can that you join us at Flight Sim Expo 2023. That's right, Overkill Simulations is going to be present this year, guys, at the Lone Star Museum in Houston, Texas. If you guys are interested in joining us there, be sure to check down the description below. There is a coupon code that can save you guys a bit of money using my personal reference to get you there. Again, that'll save you a bit of cash in your Flight Sim Expo 2023 experience. This is going to be June 23rd through the 25th of 2023. Again, in Houston, Texas, at the Lone Star Flight Museum. I went a few years ago in Las Vegas, and they are an absolute great time. There's some very, very informative and educational seminars to help better your flight simming experience, as well as a ton of developers of both hardware and software that you guys actually get to try out, essentially a try before you buy experience, as well as talking with the developers themselves and finding out what the products are all about. So again, guys, it's going to be Flight Sim Expo 2023 in Houston, Texas. I hope to see you guys all there. Don't forget to use my coupon code that you can find down in the description below. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come along down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below, and thank you to all of my current subscribers. All right, guys, so let's get right into it here. You guys know that I've been working on my sim pit for quite a while now, and I've got some super exciting stuff that's going to be coming the next few weeks. I'm not going to tell you guys about it yet, but the sim pit is about to make another very massive change in the coming weeks that you guys, I think, are going to love. But one of the things that I have been struggling with is, and as you can see in the video, I still have not added any kind of keyboard tray. I can't find something that's the way I like it. I don't like them off to the side. I think I still wind up bringing it to my lap, especially with a lot of the keyboard commands that, for example, Microsoft Flight Simulator uses. Now, for the most part, for example, my use, I normally just use the keyboard for external camera control, right? Or maybe adjusting my camera inside the cockpit, and then I don't usually use the keyboard again. And there's still going to be some caveats to the thing that I'm going to show you guys here. So keep that in mind. But one of the things, like I said, is I can't find a good setup that's at a reasonable price. Like what I really like would be like a swinging arm that has a keyboard that swings in and out right in front of you. You use it, you push it out, back out of your way. But some of the setups and the arms for those things are just hundreds of dollars, and it's just doesn't have that kind of value to me. So I went searching for another alternative. And that was a way to either use like my cell phone or I have a 10.5-inch Android tablet that I wanted to use as my keyboard, something that I could swap between, something that I could set down the side very easily. Or like, for example, my cell phone case has a magnetic back. And so right in the front underneath the center touchscreen that you guys should be seeing here on the screen, that metal plate, I can actually magnetically attach my phone to it, and I don't have to worry about sliding around. And I'm going to show you what software we can grab that's going to make this possible. It's completely free to use it. There are ads with it if you don't want to buy the Pro version. I didn't buy the Pro version. I haven't gotten it quite to where I want it yet. But in the interest of showing you guys, again, further alternatives to opening up your sim pit possibilities and showing that you don't have to spend the hundreds and hundreds of dollars to make something that's effective and yet still comfortable to use, I wanted to share this with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so this is the software you are going to want to grab for the PC. Okay, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have a software on our mobile device, and then we're going to have a software that is on our PC. The PC is going to host the server, which is what this is. So you're going to want to come up here, go to download, and a link to the site will be down in the description below. And then I just use the download link one here for the Windows 64-bit. Okay, and then check it out, guys. I believe, so here's the Apple Store, and here is Windows, as well as Android, Google Store, excuse me here. So all three devices are supported. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to switch over to the tablet and show you guys the process of downloading and connecting it from the tablet. And you guys will be able to see how this all works in action. So let's go ahead and get over to the tablet. Okay, so here, now the tablet's going to run a little clunky. It doesn't like it when I record on it and try to do anything with it. It really doesn't like being recorded on. But let's see here. Let's find the Play Store here. So we're going to go to the Play Store. And we are going to look for PC Remote, just like I typed here. It's going to be this top one. You guys recognize there's the icon. Encon? What was that? From Monect. Hit install. Once it installs, the nice thing is, so we are using this on the same Wi-Fi network. So we're going to go back to the PC for a second while this is installing. Actually, it's already just about done, so I'll just let that finish. But let's go back to the PC here. And once you have it installed on your PC, you'll have a software that looks like, let me find it for just a minute here. This. And that is ridiculously large. Let me get that to a size that is manageable here. Oh, that's the browser. Sorry. That's what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So this is what it looks like from the PC standpoint. This is the service that runs on the PC. Very simple. I don't have to do anything else. We're just going to leave that just as is. So now we're going to go back to the tablet here. And we're going to go to Open. And because we're on the Wi-Fi network, it's going to automatically detect my desktop. So here it says never shows message again. I'm just going to hit check that, hit OK. And down at the bottom, you can see connect to PC. I know this is a little weird aspect, so bear with me. So it actually, for you guys, it'd probably be in the top right. We're going to click on that, connect. Now it switches the aspect. I'm going to hit never show again. There's my desktop labeled again. I'm going to highlight it. And done. Now, to get the keyboard, this is the big thing. Now, it has a ton of other features, guys. You can use it as a mouse. You can use it as a touchpad. All kinds of cool stuff. If I use, for example, you guys can see the mouse moving on the screen here. I'll minimize that. There we go. And you can see me moving the mouse. Now, I don't want to use it as a mouse. What I do want to do is hit the point of ellipsis up top, and I'm going to hit typewriter keys. And so we can go there. And there is a fully functional keyboard. Now, if we want to hit back, we can come back to the main screen. And you also have your, let's highlight that again, the function keys. And check that out. There's all of our insert for the external view and your F keys, all that good jazz, and a couple of other computer quick functions too. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. And it makes it very, very nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go back in here, hit the back button. And you can set up hotkeys and favorites and things like that that do make this pretty nice to use. It's not perfect. It's definitely not a perfect solution by any means. But let's go into the sim here, for example, and let's drop the Cessna down. Really doesn't matter. Let's go over here. Where is this? Oh, there we go. That'll work. Let's go to Chandler. Let's drop a 172 in there. I've noticed that it doesn't like multi-keystroke. And what I mean is like Control, Shift, and E. For example, that's the auto shutdown. But yet Control and E works. Okay, so there are a few key combos that it definitely does not appreciate. And those are certain limitations that, however, we can also change in the key mappings inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator to make those work a little bit better depending on your setup. And if you're like me and you have a whole bunch of HOTAS buttons and things like that everywhere, you know, that even further expands the necessity for some of this stuff, or reduces, I should say. So you can really shorten down some of these key bindings. But like for here, I'm going to go ahead and do the Control E. So I'm going to type left Control E. And I've got everything muted right now, guys, so that way you guys don't have to worry about hearing it. But there's that, okay? If we want to go back, for example, to the external view, We can do the function keys again. And I can do insert. Okay, now again, moving the cameras around. This is where some of this gets a little cumbersome. And I haven't set up my hotkeys yet. You guys just watching me reinstall it all. So nothing's set up quite the way I wanted it to yet. But for example, we can do A, W. And let's see here, is it? Try to remember how we actually turn it. Gonna have to remember what all of my camera views are, but there's R, and I'm holding them down. There's my elevation, and I just can't remember what my keybind is right now to turn it around, honestly, to rotate the camera. I changed it from the default. But these are all things that work well. There's the escape button, still gives you access. And like I said, definitely not perfect. It's got some areas that require some refinement. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys that quick tool. It's free, you know, and if you're like me, hopefully it will help you resolve some issues with keyboard bindings. And I have this installed on my cell phone as well to make that a bit easier to use. And then have access to all of these same functionality without having the full load of a keyboard. And especially if you're someone who texts, for example, with both hands, you're probably going to love this. But wanted to share that with you guys. I always like sharing these kind of tools and things like that make the flight simming experience a bit easier to manage and expand on your home cockpit a little bit, and hopefully free up some space for you guys. So, as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe and healthy. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one.